Why 99% of people fail to become a K-pop idols? It's because they lack 10 important things that the top 1% have. Number 1, they cut the noise off. The 1% don't waste energy on distractions. They've already made up their mind. They know exactly what they want, and no one can talk them out of it. Not their classmates, not their relatives, not even that little voice in their head that whispers, "What if I fail?" You can try to doubt them, mock them, or tell them to give up, but they won't hear you. Why? Because they've already tuned you out. While others are stressing over what people will say, K-pop idols in the making are already 3 steps ahead. They're too obsessed with their dream to have time for negativity. If someone tries to block their path, they don't argue, they don't explain, they just walk around them and keep going. That's what the 1% mindset looks like. Total focus. Number 2, they're not scared of looking cringe. They'll sing loudly in a small room, they'll upload their practice videos even if they're not perfect. You know why? Because they care more about growing than looking cool. Meanwhile, the 99% are too busy overthinking. What if people laugh at me? What if I sound bad? What if I look stupid? They let embarrassment hold them hostage. And every time they feel that fear, they back off. They stop practicing. They delete their video. And just like that, progress disappears. Even your favorite idols had awkward moments, messy practices, and embarrassing clips they don't want you to see. But they push through it. And that's what got them to where they are now. The 1% mindset says, "I'm not here to look cool. I'm here to get better. I'd rather be awkward today than be stuck in the same spot forever." Number 3, they're obsessed with small wins. The 1% don't just sit around daydreaming about becoming a K-pop idol. They're not spending every day imagining the debut stage or the fan chants. No, they're focused on the grind, and they get excited over the tiniest wins. Maybe they hit one high note they couldn't reach before. Maybe they sent in an audition and got rejected, but they're still fired up because they actually took action. See, K-pop idol material, they don't cry over small failures. They use them, they feed off them. Failing an audition doesn't break them, it fuels them. Because for them, every practice, every attempt, every little step forward is proof that they're evolving. They're not just obsessed with the dream, they're in love with the journey. Number 4, they keep going after failing. The 1% don't see failure as the end. They see it as a checkpoint, a plot twist, a lesson. Because for them, failure isn't something to fear, it's something to grow from. They've auditioned and got 0 callbacks. They've messed up in front of judges. They've doubted themselves more times than they can count. But did they quit? Never. Because the difference between a wannabe and a real K-pop idol in the making is simple. Wannabes get hurt and stop. Idol material gets hurt and heals. Number 5, they don't look for a backup plan. To most people, having a backup plan feels smart and safe. But the truth is, that's exactly what separates the 1% from the 99%. The 1%, they don't look for safety. They don't have a plan B because plan A is the only way. They treat their dream like life or death, like a wet cat trapped in a dead end. If they don't fight, they don't survive. There's no turning back, no exit strategy, no, maybe I'll just do something else. It's all or nothing. And yeah, maybe that sounds risky to you, but let's be honest. Do you really think you can outwork someone whose entire soul is focused on one thing 24/7 while you're still halfway building a backup plan just in case? You won't beat that kind of hunger. Because when the 1% fail, they don't go back to square one. They stay in the fight, they tweak, they adapt, they improve, but they never back out. Their dream isn't a choice, it's a mission. So if your mind is split between I'll try and if not, I'll just do something else, you've already lost to the ones who burn every bridge behind them and move forward with nothing but fire. Number 6, the 99% ask, how can I do it? The 1% just do it and figure it out along the way. Most people spend forever planning, preparing, overthinking. They ask, where do I start? What's the best method? What if I fail? While they're still asking, the 1% is already doing. The 1% don't wait for perfect instruction. They don't sit around waiting for someone to hand them the blueprint. They jump in, they record the video, they take the audition, they mess up, learn, and keep going. They don't say, I don't know how to do it. They say, let me start and I'll figure the rest out as I go. Because action creates clarity. Action builds momentum, and momentum beats perfection every single time. If you're still standing on the sidelines trying to make perfect plan, you're already behind the one who just hit record and submitted their first audition video last night. Number 7, they don't wait for permission. The 1% don't wait for permission. They take it. If becoming a K-pop idol is your dream, you have to act like it's already yours. Don't sit around waiting for a K-pop company to notice you. Start by noticing yourself. Start by singing, dancing, and practicing every single day. No one needs to tell you it's time to begin. You get to decide that. The key to success is to take the first step, even if no one's there to say, go ahead. When you wait for validation, you waste time. Instead, make your own opportunities. It's about proving to yourself that you're already acting like an idol, even before you're one. Number 8, they're craving improvement. While you might think of improvement as a task or something you have to do, the 1% see it as their purpose. They crave it. They live for it. Every moment, even when they're eating or traveling, they're thinking about how to get better. They're constantly evaluating themselves, figuring out how they can improve, how they can train harder, and how they can level up. For the 1%, training isn't just a part of their day. It is their day. Every minute spent on something other than improving feels like a waste of time to them. Do you think you're going to beat someone like that? Someone who lives and breathes improvement every single day? While you might treat improvement like a chore, something you have to force yourself to do, the 1% are obsessed with it. They crave it. They are driven by the desire to be better, to be the best. They know that the road to success doesn't just take hard work, it takes an unrelenting desire to keep improving, to keep growing. If you're sitting there thinking, I'll work on it later, or treating improvement like an annoying task, you're already putting yourself behind. Number 9, they seek opportunities. While you treat opportunities like rewards that should come to you, the 1% are out there actively seeking them. They don't wait for the perfect opportunity to knock on their door. They make their own doors and knock on countless others. They put themselves out there, constantly hustling, attracting opportunities, and creating their own luck. You might be sitting in your room, waiting for some big break to fall from the sky, thinking opportunities will just appear. While you're waiting, the 1% are already out there taking action, building relationships, and creating the very opportunities you're waiting for. That's why they end up with the best chances while you're left with the crumbs. Every opportunity is a chance to grow, learn, and move closer to your dream. But you'll never know what's out there if you're waiting for it to come to you. Number 10, your ego is eating you up. You might think, nah, the K-pop idol life is too hard anyway. My life is way better than all of them. This mindset might seem like you're staying positive, but it's actually eating you alive. Deep down, you're hiding from the truth. You're telling yourself things to feel better about where you are, but you're not facing reality. And that's the ego talking. The ego makes you think you're doing okay when you're really not. It makes you feel like you're above others. This ego is holding you back. If you never learn to applaud others' success and recognize their hard work, you'll stay stuck in the same place, lying to yourself. The truth is, if you keep hiding behind a fake positive mindset, you'll never actually improve, whether it's in your studies, relationships, or chasing your dream of becoming a K-pop idol. Are you just trying to feel better about your situation, or do you actually want to live a better life? Even if you don't want to be an idol, thinking like the 1% mindset will help you achieve a better life. If you look down on the K-pop idol life to better yourself, lie to yourself so that you can lay in bed and do nothing, you're just like a 99% failure who is living a boring life until the day you die. But it's okay to live a normal life, because if everyone is a winner, who is going to be a loser? But don't complain when society treats the 1% better than you. Don't cry when you don't have enough money to pay for your parents' medical bill. Don't regret that you never tried to do something great when you're taking your last breath while laying on your hospital bed.